Alrighty. Hello and welcome. Hey, Holy Bra. How you doing? Holy Bra moment. The BGM. I love it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you like my little setup here. Doing good. That's good. Yeah, I'm doing good too. I'm actually this is like a rare kind of afternoon stream for me. I normally stream in the evening times, but I'm off from work today and I had the time, so might as well go ahead and do it, so, right? Yeah. The emojis are so cute as always. I love the emojis that you use. They're so adorable. I see. Yeah, yeah. This might, depending on how I'm feeling, this might be a long stream, so I'm planning on finishing up the last trial of this game, and then we might go on to like another game afterwards, or we might go on to the next game in this series. We'll see how we're feeling after this trial scene. It's not guaranteed, but we'll see. I somehow got 5+ gift subs. That's great. 5+ gift subs. That's awesome, holy bro. Oh, and I hope Jezzo's doing okay too. Have you heard anything from them? Like, at least they're no longer in the hospital. How did I get into this mess? As you always do, Phoenix. You kind of just leapt in. That's far enough. You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix, right? Also, I'm gonna see how I'm doing. So I have 20 subs that are active right now. Wow, that's nice. I can't allow you to go on like this. I don't know. I should check on Jezza later on today. But I'm a simple defense attorney. Silence. Okay. You're no longer worthy of your title. Sorry, I was trying to put it to the game. Okay. They seem to be doing all right. They mentioned that they were just kind of like bored and in bed. I've had this dream before someplace some time ago. As if this day was written into my destiny. Today I'll stand in court as a lawyer to prove a killer innocent. Yeah, they seem to be at least doing like a little bit better. Although they did put on Twitter like they felt like death yesterday. Whether that's from actual like pain or just boredom, who knows? They also mentioned that they were doing all laundry day yesterday, I think. Wait, he? He? Did I say that? I said they. I think so. Yeah, I think I said like. Hmm. No, I said they. Never mind. Okay. Okay. Like, you scared me there, Oliver. I'm like, wait, what? Did I say something? I can't tell. Okay. Hold on, maybe. Is my microphone okay? Is my microphone okay? Yeah. Like they posted on Twitter that they're sorry. They posted on Twitter that they felt like death, but they were doing like a laundry day too, so I don't know. Hopefully they're alright though. And they can get back to streaming. March 23rd, 9:43 a.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 3. Could also be my microphone going in and out. Beep. Hello, this is Phoenix Wright. You don't look so well, dude. I'm gonna turn on my microphone and make sure, because I want to be sure, like, I'm not breaking up with my mic. So I'm gonna turn it on for, like, a hot second. Okay. You're gonna prove me not guilty today, right? You don't know Jessa's pronouns yet, right? Just wondering. No, they didn't mention. I'm going with they, them at the moment because I'm not sure. I know what pronouns to avoid because they put in the about and the rules what not to call them. But I don't know what pronouns they go by. She, her is in rules. Really? Okay, I missed that. I missed that. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Good. She goes by she. Okay, good, good. I will keep that in mind. Okay. Okay. Yeah, when I'm not sure about Twitch tip, always look on the rules carefully. Yeah, yeah. I thought I did. I thought I did. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Sorry about that. Sorry. Okay, sounds like my microphone's okay. Yeah. Okay, there we go. It's alright. Okay, good. Okay, good. Alright. Like, sorry about that. Head pat track. Okay, good, good. We're all good then. Yeah, like I was like so conscious of like making sure like what to call her, but no, I'm glad to know like she goes by she her. Okay, good. Okay, thank you, Holy Bra. Thank you, Holy Bra. Sorry about that. Beep. Haha. If you please, Mr. Lawyer. What should I call you? I go by she, her as well for my pronouns, and you can call me either Dragon or Fate. Or just Dragon. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, either Dragon or Fate, either one's fine. I don't really have a preference when it comes to the names. Okay, yeah. Remember, it's not just me. Your precious friend's life is riding on today's verdict, too. Now listen up. You better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag and not guilty, I'll never forgive you. Ever. Maya. Phoenix. Phoenix. But Mia. Maya. How's Maya? I don't know. You don't know? By the way, Holy Bra, how familiar are you with this game series? Like, I know you were watching Jesno play on her stream, but like, do you know like the trilogy, or is this kind of like the first time you've ever watched it? She hasn't tried to channel me since yesterday. Mia, what am I supposed to do? Not a single clue about the guy. Okay, good to know. Well, our assistant's been kidnapped. And we're supposed to prove a killer innocent in this trial. So you're in for a ride, buddy. Well, like I said, for a lawyer, the worst of times are when you have to force your biggest smiles. But you can't give up. There's still some hope left. I got to make you laugh. Yep. That's good. Stop it, please. There's nothing left. Not here, not anywhere. Aw, Phoenix. Mia's just trying to help. I'ma be here supporting it. Thank you, Holy Bra. Even if you have no idea what's going on, I do still appreciate it. Ah, it's that accursed unguard again. Beep. Will you leave me alone? Look, don't call me anymore. I mean it. Although it'll be a huge struggle on mobile. Oh, I feel that. I feel that. Yeah, mobile is like not exactly the best. I think mobile is like really behind by like a couple of seconds. Because what I do is I actually watch streams on my PlayStation 4, but I use the mobile only to chat. The phone I have is literally crappish battery life. It's just, oh, that's also a kicker. Yeah, extremely bad. I feel you, my friend. I feel you, my friend. If you have to bounce, I will completely understand. I appreciate you being here anyway. You're really mean, pal. Gumshoe. I'm really, really sorry. Where are you? Now let me join the investigation team, and we're chasing after the killer, pal. Guess the battery life in the phone if you want to. Is your battery life like 2 hours or something? Like, can you only watch stuff for 2 hours before you have to plug in someplace? Do you have like a Nokia or something? Oh, you don't even have that, huh? Then you have some sort of lead? Battery life is legit 40 minutes, 1 hour. Wow, wow, brother. Google Pixel first, my friend. Do you have like a PayPal where I can pity donate to you? Can you eat this week, brother? Are you fine? Hey, I'm saving up for fun, okay? You better. That sounds horrible. Oh, gosh. I'm sorry, Holy Bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to be laughing at your misery. Sorry, but right now we've got 0 leads on the guy. But we're not going to give up. We're not gonna let you down. We're not gonna turn around. No, please, I'm fine. I'm currently working soon. I'll get a new phone. That's 100% better. Okay, good. There's payment plans and everything, my friend. Like, you should be able to get a new phone soon. At least, like, even if it's not like the newest model or something, like upgrading to like a decent phone should hopefully not be too bad for you. Gumshoe. Red Magic 5S. Ah, okay. Until the trial is over, until the verdict is handed down, we're gonna do everything we can and find a killer. If we can get Maya out, then you can get on guard the guilty verdict he deserves, pal. That's true. I could do that. If they found Maya first. Yeah, that's the only thing that's keeping you from saying that on guard's guilty, buddy. You got that? So you have to do whatever you can to make the trial last longer. Surprisingly a good price. Oh, okay. That's what you got your eyes on? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, like even the latest phones usually have like deals and stuff on them where you can get it. Yep, okay. Yeah, I can't quite remember like what phone I got. I didn't like I got it with like a stimulus check, and it wasn't like the entire check. I think it was like 400 or 500 or something. That's pretty good. I really like my phone. It was the latest one one of the latest ones that came out. It's pretty good. Whew. It's also a nice red color, and I like things that are either black, red, or purple. Red Magic 5S is similar to Samsung Galaxy S20, I think. Okay. I'm not very tech savvy, so yeah, like I can't give you like any recommendations or anything like that. Like when it comes to like phones or like PCs or stuff like that, I'm just like, okay, whatever. What is everyone else saying? Like, what's the reviews? Does it sound good? Okay, I'll get it. Like the newest laptop that I'm getting too, like I went based on like reviews and like what the memory size and stuff like that is, RAM size and all that too. It should be a good laptop though. I have to make the trial last longer? It's fine. All I know is it's cheaper compared to the Galaxy S20. Okay. I mean, by this point, just about any phone would probably be better than the one that you currently got, my friend. Just saying. If you go at Mr. Edgeworth for everything you've got, then you two can draw it out. Yep, yeah. You're at that point where it's like, you know, it's like you get handed a brick and it's like, oh, this is better. Oh, now I get it. I believe in you, pal. You and Mr. Edgeworth can do it. So, believe in us. We're going to give it all we've got, just like you. Okay, kid. Got it. Thanks, Gumshoe. Ah, Gumshoe, what a pal. What a nice guy, that Gummy. Hey, Phoenix. You understand now, don't you? You have something money will never be able to buy. Friendship. One thing this phone can't handle 720p or 720p 6 Sag. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you're running on nothing more than hopes and dreams there, pal. With that phone. It's the strongest weapon in the world, and you have it in abundance. Yeah. Do you have, like, a laptop and stuff like that that you can, like, watch Twitch on? Like, is that what you normally do? Like, watch on, like, a laptop or something like that? The quality for the stream. Oh, okay. Well, my stream qualities are never top-notch, so you're fine either way. I'm very sad when it comes to my Twitch. Looks like we're coming to the end. I have to make the trial last as long as I can. Gumshoe will come through, I know it. I have PC and a MacBook, not home though. Okay, yeah. I thought so. Like, I figured since, like, you seem to watch, Jezzo's streams a lot, that you must have had, like, an alternative kind of thing. I didn't think you were watching on your phone all the time. But yeah, I can understand if you're not home. March 23rd, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 3. The MacBook battery life is much worse than this phone. Oh, wow, okay. At least you can plug it in at home, though. I think. Ah, okay. Yeesh. You and your technology, my friend. Court is now in session for the trial. Matt on guard. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Oh. Excuse you. Now, as I recall, we concluded yesterday's session with a big mystery on our hands. The mystery being, what exactly was Miss Adrienne Andrews' role in this murder? That is to say, is she really connected to the crime itself? Still, the MacBook was given to me for free. 2007 old MacBook, I think. Okay, yeah. I do have a MacBook Pro. It's the one that I'm currently using to stream all this. And it was given to me from my mom because, like, this was her old MacBook. And it has a great memory and stuff. Like, it's pretty good, all things considering. The problem is that it just doesn't work well with all the VTuber software out there. And trust me, I've tried. I've looked into, like, almost every single alternative. It's like, you name something, I've looked into it. It just won't work. RIP. Yeah. Yeah. So, that's why I'm getting, like, a brand new laptop. Plus, to be fair, this one is also not really made for, like, streaming and stuff like that. Everything else is good, but this is not. This was made to be, like, an office kind of laptop, not a streaming kind of one. So hopefully this laptop I'm getting will be better. That is to say, is she really connected to the crime itself? Ooh, sorry. Mr. Edgeworth, if you would please inform the court of today's proceedings. Yeah, I understand. Yeah. Adrienne Andrews. She forged evidence that threw suspicion onto Mr. On Guard. And then proceeded to escape the crime scene by wearing a nickel samurai costume. The guilt of these actions are those from which she cannot escape. Then you're saying that she is guilty after all. I'm not finished, Your Honor. Miss Andrews has nothing to do with committing the actual murder. Oh, don't act so surprised, Phoenix. I would like to direct the court's attention to this card. What is that? It looks like a shell. The Shell gas station committed the crime? This is the calling card of a certain assassin. Assassin, you say? Yes, Juan Carrito was killed by a professional assassin. You got a cute model, though. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I really like my little model. Which I'm also calling Dragon Fate at the moment. She doesn't have an official name, really. She's just called Dragon Fate, like me. But yeah, hopefully I will get her up and running with this new laptop, and then you'll get to see her in all of her action. I'm getting the laptop Monday. So possibly either a stream that day or Tuesday, something like that. Nice, yeah. So hopefully it will be sooner rather than later. And the person who hired this assassin, his client, so to speak, is Matt On Guard. And when I do get the laptop, I'm gonna try out all the different softwares like VC and 3T and see like which one I like best. I know Jezzo mentioned that she uses V-Face, and she uses her phone too. What a surprising turn of events! I would think it's become commonplace by now, Your Honor. Yeah, when Phoenix Wright's involved, it's like the trial turns chaotic. I know what's going on this time. So I know that everything Edgeworth has said is true. But we still have to hold out as long as we can. At least until Maya's safe and sound. I wonder how the trial will turn out today. Now then, please call on your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls the defendant's mentor, Mr. Will Powers, to the stand. Oh, Willie boy! Hey, Willie, what you doing? Now then, witness, your name and occupation, please. Okay. I'm, Will Powers. I'm a poor, underpaid action star. Yes, you are. Yes, you are, Will Powers. And what is your relation to the defendants? Well, I guess I'm sort of a lousy mentor to him in a way, yeah. Mr. Powers, please, you don't need to put yourself down so much. Like, that's not good for your self-esteem, my friend. Oh, sorry, well, but I'm just kind of a nothing sort of guy. Oh, Will Powers, no. Please stop that. On the night of the murder, you visited the defendant's room. Is this correct? Yes. Ah! Holy Bra has hosted you with one viewer. Thank you, Holy Bra. Thank you for the host. I do really appreciate it. It's my first time being hosted, I believe. Thank you, my friend. I do appreciate you. Mwah. I give you a little platonic kiss on the forehead. Mwah. First host. Yay! You're my first host. Congratulations, Holy Bra. Congratulations. I didn't know that. But you know, I didn't actually get to see Matt when I went. All you need to do is answer what you're asked. I enjoy being here from the start, even when I followed. Ah, thank you. Thank you. I do appreciate it. Yeah, I definitely do try. Thank you. All you need to do is answer what you ask. Yeah, I already said that. I get distracted. Nah, that's so nice of you. Now then, I would like you to please testify about when you went to Mr. Ungard's room. Okay, sure. Ooh, and take a sip of watermelon tea. Yeah. Visit to Matt's room. After the award ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his nickel samurai costume. He was talking with someone at first. I thought it was the bellboy. I watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. I had guests with me that night, and I couldn't make them wait for me. I try my best supporting other streamers. Thank you, Holy Bra. Thank you. Yeah. I try my best to support other streamers, too, with, like, my little setup and all that. I try to, like, host, like, a stream here or there and all that. So, thank you. I do appreciate it. Your efforts are great. Thank you. Nothing sounds out of place in Mr. Powers' testimony. And talking with the bellboy is no big deal. If one assumes that the person Mr. Ungard was speaking with was an ordinary bellboy. Wow, he heard your thoughts out loud, Phoenix. What are you implying? That was no ordinary bellhop. Well, Mr. Wright, let's have your cross-examination, shall we? You are way too eager for this. Looks like we're in another sticky situation. Huh? A trap. Can't you smell it, Phoenix? Yeah, I could smell it all the way over here. I'm not even in the courtroom, technically. But for us to find out more, we're just going to have to charge in head first, right? Visit to Matt's room. After the award ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Okay, yeah, so this. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his nickel samurai costume. He was talking with someone. At first, I thought it was the bubble. Okay, this is the obvious one, so... At first? What do you mean by that? Well, he was in a bellboyish uniform, and he had a bottle of juice on a tray. Sounds like an ordinary bellboy to me. Yeah, but... I didn't think he was a normal bellboy. And why was that? Why did I think that, Mr. Wright? Yes, that is the question, Willy boy. How am I supposed to know? Are you asking me? Sorry, but I can't remember right now. Sorry. I guess I'm going to have to wait patiently on this one. I watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. You saw the two of them? The bellboy and the defendant. Together, correct? Yeah, the bellboy just wanted to say congrats. Now, while you were watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange? You know, I did feel something weird. And? I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip. A tip of what? Oh, wait. A tip? But that's a perfectly normal thing to do. So, how long did you watch the two of them? Not more than a minute or two, I think. I had guests with me that night, and I couldn't make them wait for me. Yeah. Who were these guests, Willy boy? I want to know their names, numbers, and addresses. So who are these guests you're talking about? You guys, of course. You and Maya and Little Pearl. I thought it would be really rude since I invited you guys if I disappeared on you. Right, we were there. So I went back to my seat pretty soon after seeing Matt in the hallway. This is like squeezing water from a stone. It's probably pointless to press further. Do you remember this incident? Did Mr. Powers leave his seat that night? I don't remember that happening at all. Maya was making such a racket in her hyper state. I ended up focusing on her. I see. In any case, from his story, he probably wasn't gone for very long. As the award ceremony, I went by myself to master. I guess we have to press, like, literally everything. It happens sometimes. The defendant's room. Why did you go there? Well, I'm his mentor. Like a big brother, sort of. And I wanted to say congrats. Oh, buddy, we got bad news for your little brother, then. What's wrong? Why did you stop? Mr. Wright! What is it? Ah. I was wondering what you were doing there, Holy Brow. I'm like, URL? Well, I got a dip for now. I figured. Alrighty. I'll be seeing you later then, Holy Brow. I'm sorry. It's okay. When you told me about your battery life, I'm like, okay. That's perfectly fine, my friend. But have a fun stream. Thank you. Thanks for dropping by, Holy Brow. And who knows, maybe you'll be back. Maybe I'll still be streaming. Who knows? But yeah, I'll be seeing you later. Bye. You're going to try to trick me into a corner, aren't you? Ah. It was so nice of Holy Brow to visit us. And to host us. That was super duper nice. I enjoyed that. Huh? I know I'm just a poor, underpaid action star, but I'm not the killer. Oh, come on. No one said you were, Mr. Powers. No, please, don't trick me. Phoenix's reputation is like a double-edged sword, hot damn. Every time you do your lawyer thing, the witness suddenly turns into the bad guy. Every time? Witness? I will personally talk to the defense at a later time. Everyone's scared to testify around Phoenix because he's going to be like, you're the killer randomly. So for now, please kindly cooperate and continue with your testimony. So sorry. So you went to the defendant's room and then... Hey, wait a minute! When and how did I suddenly turn into the bad guy here? Oh, poor Phoenix. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his nickel samurai costume. Are you sure that was Matt on guard? Yeah, I'm sure. He wasn't wearing the nickel samurai mask then. If that's the case, then he really can't be mistaken. And? What was the defendant doing standing in front of his own room? He was talking with someone. If I was the bellboy... Watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. I guess for me that night I couldn't make a life for me. Do you remember this incident? Did Miss Flowers leave the seat? Nope. Myself to Matt's room. Matt was standing there. Okay. We pressed everything. Or did we press this? Hold on. You saw the two of them, the bellboy and the defendant together, correct? Okay, I might not press this one. Yeah, the bellboy just went. Okay, I think I did them. Now, while you were watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange? You know, I did feel something weird. Okay, wait, I might have to go back and press... What was so weird about the bellboy? Okay, hold on. At first, what do you mean by that? Okay, I didn't think that he was a normal bellboy, but and why was that? Why did I think that, Mr. Right? I don't know, don't ask me. How am I supposed to know? Hey, wait a sec. Okay, yeah, there we go. It's sometimes tricky because it's like, you have to like press certain statements at certain times, so it's like, the last trials get tricky on you. Actually, Mr. Powers, only a few minutes ago, you stated... you know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip. You're falling into the trap, Phoenix. Could it be that you felt something strange about the tip-giving incident itself? Ah, yeah, that's it. You really know your job. I mean... did you think I didn't? Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. This bellboy, he wasn't an ordinary one, was he? Perhaps we should let the witness tell us. Very well. Mr. Powers, please amend your testimony. You mean about the bellboy, right? Matt gave the bellboy a tip. Okay. So he gave the bellboy a tip. What's so strange about that? Oh, well, you see, Matt's not a poor penny pincher like me. Oh. Everything that Power says is just depressing. My friend. I was trying to figure out how much it was because the tip really shocked me. How much it was. But that's when something even more surprising happened. The bellboy was putting the tip he got in his pocket. And that's when I got my first good look at the guy's face. I was really shocked. I'm afraid I don't follow at all. It sounds like Mr. Powers was surprised twice by this. I wonder which of these shocking moments I should focus on. The bellboy's face, on guard's tip. Let's focus on the tip. The defendant is a huge star. He can afford to give a generous tips. Wouldn't you agree? Sure. But giving him that much was maybe a little too much, I think. A little too much? Would you please clarify for the courts? About how much would you say the defendant gave to the bellboy? Honestly, I don't know. I can't even begin to guess. And why is that? Because he gave the bellboy a really, really fat roll of cash. A roll of cash? Oh, Mr. Powers looks like that when he's on the stand. Ah, well, how interesting. That certainly was a very generous tip, wasn't it? A very fat roll of cash. That can hardly be called a tip, Your Honor. The judge is beginning to look awfully suspicious of us. Hold on. The defendant is a superstar. That kind of tip is typical fare for people like him. Are you saying that all superstars are super spenders? Maybe? Probably. If I could receive large rolls of cash by simply bringing people things on trays, then why on earth would I stand around here prosecuting? He's got a point. I don't even get paid, let alone rolls of cash for all my hard work. Phoenix, learn to charge. Learn to charge your clients, man. So supposing that roll of cash was not a tip, then what was it? Payment, Your Honor. Payment? Isn't it obvious? For the murder of Mr. Juan Carita. Then the bellboy the witness saw. Yes, he was the assassin. Oh boy. Hold your horses now, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't have any proof of this, do you? Have I ever been unprepared to support my claims, Your Honor? I have here the card Shelley DeKiller left at the scene of the crime. Shelley DeKiller? He is a person that the police's special investigation team has been chasing for years. I am certain that the person the witness saw was this very assassin, Shelley DeKiller. Really? What's wrong, Mr. Powers? No, nothing. Something just clicked in my head, and I think I just figured something out. Oh? Actually, I saw that bellboy again later on that night. What? Mr. Powers, please testify. Tell us what you saw. Yes, sir. Right away. Second time. This time I was in that hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. And that's when that bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. Of course, when I say room, I meant Juan Carita's room. Now that I think about it, that bellboy did seem kind of out of place. Yeah, so he had to be the assassin, I'm sure of it. I mean... You mean what, Powers? You mean what, buddy? Don't go shoving us out of the bus at this point. Thank you very much. That is all we need for now. Huh? But I'm not done. There's still more. Let us first establish that the bellboy was truly Mr. DeKiller. Then we shall see. So the bellboy came out of the victim's room. And if that boy really was the assassin, then I think the answer is fairly obvious. That would be correct, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, I believe it's your turn to entertain and make us laugh. Did you really have to word it like that, buddy? Come on, I'm only trying my best. Plus, mine's been kidnapped. Give me some slack here, friend. Okay. Trying to look at rules on the Twitch mobile. I have to see where I can get to rules from there because I thought I did see it, but oh boy, that makes me embarrassed. This is no laughing matter. Well, what else am I supposed to do? The second time. Wow, that was unexpected. Sorry about that. This time I was in that hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. And that's when that bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. Came out of the room. Of course, when I say room, I mean Juan Corita's room. Oh, boy. Oh, bippity boy. This is gonna be so fun. The victim's room? Huh? Yeah, the one with all the really pretty flowers and teddy bears. It was Juan's room, alright. Yeah, you couldn't really mistake that for another. Words cannot describe how screwed I am. I'm glad Phoenix realizes this, too. Huh. Could you please not look so smug, Edgeworth? Mine's been kidnapped. Come on, work with us. Let's continue with the testimony, shall we? Now that I think about it, that bellboy did seem kind of out of place. So what exactly was so out of place about him? Right. Why the insipid grin? Maybe because I have no idea what damaging thing he's going to say next. Well, the bellboy was empty-handed. Empty-handed? That bellboy was one of those room service people, right? But he wasn't pushing a cart, and he wasn't holding a tray either. You'd call that a little strange too, wouldn't you? I suppose so. I agree that is a bit strange, Mr. Powers. But is it really that unusual for a bellboy to be empty-handed? What should I do? Should I let Mr. Powers' testimony slide, or... Let's try to pull a fast one, see what happens. There's nothing strange or unusual about an empty-handed bellboy. But there really, really is. There really, really isn't. If you two are done being school children. I was thinking the same thing, like Phoenix, act your age. Bellboys are for room service. There is no reason for them to be empty-handed, ever. Your Honor, I ask that the witness's previous statement be supplemented with this new one. Edgeworth. Are you going to do whatever you can to make the bellboy look suspicious? I see. Very well. This court recognizes and grants the prosecution's request. Mr. Powers, if you could amend your testimony, please. Yes, sir. Thought it was kind of strange for a bellboy to come around empty-handed. So you're saying that it's suspicious for him to be empty-handed? Yeah, really suspicious. I mean, when I first saw that bellboy, he was holding a tray in his hand. And there was a bottle of juice and a wine glass on it. Juice? What kind of juice was it? I'm pretty sure it was tomato juice. If we could come up with some sort of reason as to why he would come out empty-handed, some sort of proof, then I think we can dodge the bullet on this one for now. Proof, huh? Sounds like another job for the court record. Okay. So we gotta prove why he was empty-handed to begin with. Okay. Okay. Bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 ba, ba, ba. It's probably has to do with the tomato juice because, like, that's the only thing. That's the only thing I could figure would be, like, Phoenix would try to spin it to where, like, he was delivering the Juan Kurita tomato juice and he came out of the room empty-handed because of that reason. Yep, let's go this way. This way's quicker. Nope, the other way. There we go. Mr. Powers. Yes? You're easily influenced by other people's words, aren't you? As soon as you heard that the bellboy might have been the killer, you got caught up in believing it must be true. But isn't he really suspicious? He's got all those stitches and how dare you for questioning people's looks. I'm kidding. So, a baseball has stitches. Are you saying all baseballs are suspicious because they have stitches? Screen cap this and send it to your friends. No context. Cool. Well, there's also, I mean, what about him being empty-handed? I would like to ask the court to please take a look here. This is the crime scene. There is a wine glass sitting next to Mr. Kurita's body. The liquid inside this glass is tomato juice. I can say it both ways. Ha! Tomato, tomato. And now, if you would look at what's on top of the table in the lower right corner here, anyone can clearly see that it is a tray with a bottle of tomato juice on it. The bellboy had just brought this to Mr. Kurita's room. He left the tray in the room, which is why he was empty-handed when he left. Ah, but... That would mean that the bellboy had seen and left a dead body in the room. Ah, but can you prove that Mr. Kurita was already dead at that time? Mr. Edgeworth. He just calls on Edgeworth. Yes? I blame you for leading me down this route. I'm terribly sorry. Oh, gosh. What is with him? Why is he laughing at me? Witness, isn't there one more thing you would like to share with us? Ah, please don't. I'm overwhelmed. Is there? The bellboy was empty-handed. Or should I say empty-handed? How do I say that? I recall you had something interesting to say about his hands. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. What about his hands? Because you're about ready to catch these, brother. Huh? What? That bellboy, he was wearing gloves. Gloves? Yeah, pitch black leather ones. Pitch black leather gloves. All the other bellboys don't wear gloves like that, right? Black leather gloves. Why didn't you mention them earlier? It's kind of important. So sorry, it slipped my mind. Ah, boy, does this really make the bellboy look suspicious. All right, got to focus. I can't get lax here. So what if he had gloves? A lot of bellboys wear gloves. Come on, Mr. Wright. That bellboy was wearing black leather ones. So, a football is made out of leather. Are you saying all footballs are suspicious because they are made out of leather? Gulp. Phoenix, I don't think this has quite the punch it used to. But that man, he received a large roll of cash from the defendant. And then he was seen leaving the crime scene wearing black leather gloves. I don't think that even someone like myself can believe he was just another bellboy. Ah, not even the judge believes us, damn it. It seems that we have finally come to an understanding. And now then, witness, please continue with the rest of your testimony. The rest? Oh yes, please tell us more. Okay. That second meeting. After leaving Juan's room, the bellboy went and knocked on Matt's door, just like that.
He gave something to the person inside the room. Then the old guy just left, without even going into the room. After that, I went to the bathroom and then back to my seat. Will Powers sees a lot of stuff. He sees shit go down. So the bellboy, after leaving the crime scene, next went to the defendant's room? Yeah, I kinda saw all that by accident. Some accident? I'd say you saw too much. And all of it was suspicious. And all of it was suspicious to high heaven. I think it's safe to say that we can no longer consider this bellboy to be normal. Now then, let's get started, shall we? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Oh, no, please, no. Yes, Your Honor. This is already turning out to be so great. That's their second meeting. Don't mean to sound tired. After leaving Juan's room, the bellboy went and knocked on the next door just like that. So you didn't actually see who he gave it to. I said hold it. Okay. Wright's not playing. That's better. What kind of statement is that? Please elaborate and give us a few more details. Oh, okay. I should probably ask him only one question at a time. Ask about the person inside. So who took this something the bellboy handed off? Actually, I don't know. What do you mean? I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm. Only an arm? Then you're saying you didn't see the person's face? Yeah. Well, it was Mr. On Guard's room, correct? So it could have only been Mr. On Guard himself, I'd say. And then, what did the bellboy do after that? Oh, so after he gave the person inside the room the thing, and the old guy just left without even going into the room. Okay. Let me go back. I said hold it. I said hold it, you sucker. Okay. Okay, what was the something? Don't ask anything. Actually, never mind, you're good. Oh gosh. He gave something to this person? Yeah. Yeah. And what was this something? Stop yawning, yeah. I always get like this during a stream. Ha ha ha. Ha. If I remembered what it was, I wouldn't be calling it a something, would I? But this implies that something was removed from the scene of the crime. Are you sure you really can't remember, Mr. Powers? I think it was something kind of small. I'd like to summarize the testimony up to this point, if you don't mind. When the bellboy left the crime scene, he immediately went to the defendant's room. There, he handed a small item of some sort to the person inside. As for the person who received the item, all you could see was this person's arm. Yes, it was just like that. Mr. Edgeworth, is all of this really that important? Of course, Your Honor. I think this is of the utmost importance. This is when whatever was removed from the crime scene was handed over to the client. Mr. Powers, please try to remember what it was the bellboy handed off. Well, let's see. I think it was no. If you remember, please add it to your testimony. Yes, sir. If I saw it again, I could say for sure, but I think it was some sort of wooden statue. I think I know what it was. I think I know damn well what it was. And it's not gonna be anything good. Ah, boy, this is only gonna get worse before it gets better. Anyway, here we go. Oh, hi, Maya. I didn't want to present you. You did that on reflex, didn't you, Phoenix? What What was the point of that pregnant pause? This game still gets me. What was the point of that pregnant pause? Where did that objection come from? Well, speak up. It was me, Your Honor. What is it, Phoenix? I have a feeling that something bad is going to happen once I show this. Mr. Wright, if you have something to say, please spit it out. I don't want to, that's a problem. Yes, Your Honor. Okay, Phoenix. Deep breath. Mr. Powers? The something you saw, was it this item? Oh, hey, that's it. That's the something. Wow, Mr. Wright, you really figured it out. I recall we found this at Matt Engarde's mansion. At the defendant's house? What does this mean? It's simple, Your Honor. Shelley the Killer assassinated Juan Carita in his room. And then he stole this wooden bear from the scene of the crime. Then the bear being found at Mr. Engarde's mansion would mean... It goes without saying, Your Honor. Mr. Matt Engarde is the killer's client. This is not the connection we wanted to make here, fellas. Order. Order. I said order. Mr. Wright, this is a most unfortunate turn of events for you. Ah, you're telling me. Yeah. Sorry, Mia. No, it's all right. Your judgment was sound. Actually, I figured the bear would come up. If not now, then it would have later on. So you know, best to get it over with. Even if you hadn't shown it to the court, I'm sure your friend Edgeworth would have. I almost forgot that he knew about it too. Yeah, he wouldn't have let us slide with that, so you know, best to get it over with. I think it is clear that there is no need for us to continue this trial. I can't let this happen. I have to do something. There has to be something we've overlooked. Your Honor, a minute, please. Yes, Mr. Wright? There are still a few points left that we have not fully explored. What are you trying to pull? Something out of my ass to save Maya. What does it look like? Oh, well, we can't have that now. All right, Mr. Wright, what questionable point would you like to explore further? It's either the person who received the bear or the bear itself. Because why would this item be so important that he'd have to take it from the crime scene? What purpose does it serve? I think it's fairly obvious that the bear itself is very questionable. The bear, Mr. Wright? This was found at Mr. Engarde's mansion. However, Mr. Engarde was arrested at the hotel that night. Which means that since the murder occurred, he has not had a chance to go home. Oh. I think Your Honor has already figured out what I'm trying to say. It is not possible that it was Mr. Engarde who took this bear to his mansion. Why, that's very true. We didn't consider that point, Mr. Wright. There was no way, time-wise, for the defendant to have taken this bear. Disaster party, and Edgeworth comes in for the kill. You haven't gotten the best of me yet, Mr. Wright. This is not a damn contest. Maya's in danger. Huh? Like, pack it in, boys. I remember it clear as day. I remember what you muttered to yourself at Engarde's mansion. We have this area completely surrounded. There is no way for him to escape. I can't believe it. That butler, all this time, he was the killer. The killer and Engarde were working together, so to speak. And the killer was hiding at Engarde Mansion as its butler. What a bold move. The bear figurine was brought back to Ungard Mansion by the killer himself. When it looked like he was about to be arrested, Ungard had him do so. I assume because it would have been bad had the police found it during their investigation. So we have to ask ourselves what's so important about the damn bear, too. Well, Mr. Wright, you've been quiet for a while now. This is too much. Isn't there anything I can attack at all? I have to find something else. What will you do now, Mr. Wright? Do you plan to... I plan to expose a clearly shaky place in Mr. Powers' testimony. What? There's still another one? There is indeed, Your Honor, and it's quite a questionable point. What are you trying to pull? Oh, well, we can't have that. All right, Mr. Wright, what questionable point would you like to explore further? Well, the other thing would be who received the bear. Because we haven't established that it was Mr. Ungard. It's likely it was him, but we haven't established that. There was one thing in Mr. Powers' testimony that was very unclear. And that is the identity of the person who received the bear. He gave something to the person inside the room. I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm. As long as we don't know who it was that took that bear, we can't be sure of... Did you want to say something, Willy boy? What is it, Mr. Powers? Like what? Did you stub your toe? Come on, man. Speak up. If you're going to scream like that, then at least give us a good reason why. Oh yeah, sorry. Actually, so I remembered. Wow, you have one shaky-ass memory, brother. I remembered who took the bear. Oh, goddamn. What? Really? I mean, I only saw his arm. But the arm... It was the Nickel Samurai's arm. I swear it. You've got to be kidding! Are you sure of that, Mr. Powers? Yeah, I'm sure it was the Nickel Samurai. Order. It looks like you've dug your own grave, yet again. Oh, bibbidi-boppidi-boo. How many times is that today? I've lost count. So the person who took in this little bear was the Nickel Samurai. And as we all know, Matt Ungard is the Nickel Samurai. Oh, tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Thanks to the defense, we've made that all the clearer. I think we've heard enough. Oh, gosh dang, no. We now know why this bear figurine was at the defendant's mansion, as well as who it was that received the bear from the assassin in his room. Everything has become very clear. Has it? The client who hired the assassin to commit the murder was Mr. Matt Ungard. I see no reason for this trial to continue. Therefore, I will now hand down my verdict. Did he pause because he expected an objection or something? Thank you, Your Honor, for your understanding. You see, Mr. Wright, you could not win against the truth, could you? I'm not trying to win against the truth. I'm trying to buy time against the truth. I knew it would turn out this way. After all, what Edgeworth has stated is the truth. Any last objections, Mr. Wright? Well, do I? What should I do? I will now announce my... There is only one way for me to drag this trial out. The only thing I have left is this one dirty trick. Your Honor, right now we have these two reasons to believe my client is the assassin's client. My client is the assassin's client. Reason number one, he accepted the bear figurine from the assassin. Reason number 2. That very same figurine was found at On Guard Mansion. However, it's possible this is all the work of a certain other person. What are you saying? What I am saying is, it's possible a different person is the killer's real client. The real client? Yes. Tisk tisk, is that all you have? Well, kind of, but yeah, we're kind of doing this for Maya's sake, so give us some slack. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your theory. Who do you say is the killer's real client, and therefore the real murderer? Anyone it could possibly be. Adrian Andrews? Yes, we already know that she tried to frame Matt Ungar for the crime. By wearing a spare nickel samurai costume. Ah. Then the nickel samurai arm that I saw. That could have very well been Miss Andrews. But what about Mr. On Guard? If you would please recall yesterday's testimony. The defendant was taking a nap during the break period. That's right. Then, finding this figure at Mr. On Guard's mansion, it was a well-laid trap set by Miss Andrews. Hi, precious Jezzo! Hi, what's up? So glad that you could join me. You missed Holy Bra earlier. He is hosting my stream. But yeah, he came in to say hi. Hi, how are you, Jezzo? We were talking about you. How you doing, honey? How you doing? Like, are you feeling a little bit better? Like, I hope so. I hope so. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion on this? I feel a bit better. Not great yet. Okay. I gotcha. At least you are feeling a little bit better. At least that's a sign that you're recovering. So, yeah. Hopefully you'll be up and doing streams again. Hopefully you'll be up and doing streams again sooner rather than later. But take all the time you need. we all understand. Especially since you went to the hospital. Jeesh. But yeah, I'm glad to hear that you're doing better. Still bored lying in bed? I can't even begin to count the flaws in the defense's logic. I was supposed to do a Divinity 2 one today with 2 friends. I might still do it because I really wanted to. Okay. If you do, then I'll try my best to be there. I'm doing this game today, and if I feel like I might start up a new game. I am finishing up this one tonight, though. So we'll see. But if you decide to do a Divinity 2, I will be there, my friend. I will be there to support you. Besides which, there is no evidence to support it. However, I can't fully discount its possibility either. Now, let me in the chat. What is with this trial? Come on, anyone can tell On Guard did it. I can't believe the defense would go so far as to pin the guilt onto someone else. Yeah, unbelievable. It's not something petty, it's murder of all things. This is to save Maya. Even if the whole world turns against me, this is one fight I can't give up on. Order. All disruptive parties will be forced to leave the courtroom. Your Honor? For the benefit of the defense, I'm willing to play along with his what-if game. Aren't you too kind? Well, we do need to just prolong this trial. It isn't so much about finding who's guilty. We know who's guilty. It's about prolonging the trial for as long as we can. His what-if game, Mr. Edgeworth? The prosecution is prepared to challenge the defense's theory. Mr. Wright, even you must have thought it strange and wondered. Why would the criminal want this little wooden bear? He's right. The killer did specifically bring that bear to unguard right away. Why, do you ask? Is there something special about it? That's what I've been asking this whole damn time. Absolutely. And I'm sure that once the court knows its significance, the true killer's identity will become crystal clear. Your Honor, the prosecution calls upon a witness who will clear all doubt against Miss Andrews. And who would that be? It's quite simple, Your Honor. Miss Adrian Andrews herself. Oh yeah, let's bring in this poor woman and traumatize her further, why don't we? I see. Well then, the court will take a 10-minute recess. The prosecution will prepare its witness in that time. Yes, Your Honor. Ah, this is going swell. This is going great. I'm having so much fun. Ah. I really am having fun, though. I love this game series. Oh, I knew it was a good idea to hold her hostage. Don't you agree, Mr. Lawyer? Oh, shut the fuck up. I never thought in your desperation you'd try to pin the guilt onto Adrian. I swear this demon will pay. Mr. Nick! But Pearls, where's Mia? I don't know. A really strong power suddenly called her away. A really strong power? Maya. And someone's calling me on the phone. Oh, Mr. Nick, your phone is... It's from Gumshoe. How's it going, huh? Have you been hanging in there, pal? Yeah, sort of. We just barely found something to latch onto. That's good, pal. And what about you? Anything yet? Have you figured out where the killer and Maya are? We still don't have any leads, but... What? We don't have any more time. If we had just one, even a single clue would be really helpful. I was only able to come this far because I kept thinking to myself, I've got to keep the trial going until Maya's been rescued. But have I just run out of luck this time? Is all our hope for naught? A tent. Huh? A tent? I could see a circus tent. But Mia! It looks like Maya was unconscious until just a few minutes ago. As soon as she woke up, she called for me. So it was Maya that called you away. She's locked in a dusty little room right now. But I could see a circus tent outside the window about 300 feet away. Gumshoe! Is there a circus in town right now? There's only one, pal. The Very Big Circus. Oh, the Very Big Circus becoming useful for once. Maya is somewhere within a 300-foot radius of the main tent. What? Okay, hold on a second, pal. Hey, draw a circle on that map about a 300-foot radius from the main tent. Hurry! And I could see a mailbox under the window just outside. Gumshoe, there's also a mailbox. Okay. What else? What else, Mia? I'm sorry, but it was a very small window. I couldn't see anything else. It felt like I was in an old office building, maybe the 3rd floor or so. I heard her. An old office building. Good stuff, pal. Okay, just hang in there just a little longer, pal. Wish us luck. Good luck. I'll call you later, so don't let your battery die, okay, pal? I had to switch to Gumshoe there. Mia, Maya's not hurt, right? She's in a pretty bad state, Phoenix. She's being starved. Gumshoe, please hurry. Looks like Looks like we're out of time. Are you all right, Phoenix? It's only a matter of time before Maya's rescued. I can do this. I just have to make this trial just a little last a little longer. March 23rd, 12:05 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Also, today, a show I really liked premiered its 3rd season, and I just watched the 1st episode, and I am so pumped. I am so glad to have that show back. It's called Thunderbolt Fantasy. Look it up on Crunchyroll. It's a really great show. I love that show so much. Court will now reconvene. The killer. Ah, Bunny. On him? What's she playing? The killer. The man who murdered the victim handed this to his client. From this one obvious question arises, why this particular item? I believe the answer to that question will provide us with the name of the real culprit. Now then, the prosecution calls the defendant's manager, Adrian Andrews, to the stand. Come on down, Adrian! Here we go! Currently, the witness is accused of tampering and obstruction of justice. However, you have been called to the witness stand today to assert who exactly is guilty of murder. You are on guard. I understand. Very good. Now, have you ever seen this bear before, Miss Andrews? Of course I have. You have seen it? You have seen it before. That's right. It's only natural that the witness has. Miss Andrews, could you please enlighten the court to this bear's secrets? All right. Why does she... Okay, tell us about the bear. I can barely stand it anymore. Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle. If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. At its center is a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item. Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. You really can't tell that it's a small jewelry box just by looking at it. Huh, that's actually pretty cute. So this figurine, it's a container of sorts, is it? Yes, looks can be deceiving, wouldn't you agree? That seems to be the running motif of this damn trial. Yes, this is superb craftsmanship. Oh yes, I nearly forgot. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Looks like there really was something to that bear after all. I mean, yeah, you went out of your way to get it. An elaborate puzzle. Let's just start pressing. A puzzle? That's right. But it looks like an ordinary figurine. True enough. To the people who don't know, I'm sure they would never guess that this was a puzzle. I can hear Professor Layton off in the distance. So what kind of puzzle is this exactly? You know, the correct order can be taken apart one piece at a time. So you can take it apart, and how would one go about doing that? Well, you first turn its tail to the right, then push it in. Oh yes, I see. After that, the arms and legs are free to move and can be removed. Oh, this is most interesting. A boy and his new toy. It's like he's 5 all over again. Just really trying hard to figure this out, isn't he? Oh, don't mind me. Go ahead and carry on. I think he's lost it. So what do you find after you take the puzzle apart? Just enough room to store a small item. And how do you know about this? I know because I was the one who bought it. You did? Huh? It was a souvenir from when a friend and I went to Switzerland. Now this was a present from you? That's right. It was a puzzle in the shape of a bear, so I thought it would be perfect for Guan. So it was a present for Miss Andrews? Witness, let's continue with your testimony. Because of complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. So do you know the order, then, since you gave it? So, who exactly knew how to solve this puzzle? Only the two of us, Juan and myself. It was a souvenir from Switzerland. So I doubt there are many people with the same bear in this country. But this looks like it could be easily broken. Especially if someone wanted to get out what's inside. Well, it's a toy. But it can never be the same again once it's been broken. True. You really can't tell it's a small jewelry box just by looking at it. No, you can't. Who else knows that this bear is actually a small container or jewelry box? I never told anyone. And as long as Juan never told anyone either, then only the two of us knew. The two of us, huh? Then of course that means Mr. On Guard didn't know, right? I think this is about all I'm going to get for now. Yep. Wooden puzzle with a hollow inside. Only Karita and Andrews knew how to open it. Oh, Edgeworth, are you looking all smarmy for a reason? Well, Mr. I think even you have come to realize. Excuse me? Realize what? That there is one very important fact we haven't covered, and that is this. This bear is actually a jewelry box. Now that we have agreed to this point, there is only one logical question that can come next, and that is this. What is inside this box? What's inside? That's right. That's what we are going to find out next. Witness? Yes? You are the only one who can open this. Please. Oh boy, this is going to be interesting. There's a painful silence hanging over the courtroom. All eyes are on Miss Andrews now as she solves the puzzle and takes click. Don't know if I pressed A button by accident on that one. I've opened it. This is what you wanted. Is this what you wanted? What is that? It looks like a note. I don't think we need to guess at what that is, do we, Mr. Wright? It's the suicide note. The suicide note? The suicide note left by Juan Carita's former manager, Celeste Impacts. Until now, no one knew of its whereabouts. But just as we suspected, it was hidden. Hidden by the victim, Juan Carita himself. It seems Celeste Impacts had very beautiful handwriting. And she just as beautifully signed her own name on this document. This is most definitely the note she left right before she committed suicide. Oh boy. That's interesting. And probably not very good. Because it puts Matt back in everyone's sights. Order. Witness, did you know about this? Yes, I did. I heard all about it from Juan. When I discovered his body, I looked for the bear. I wanted to destroy the note before it became public. But I couldn't find it anywhere. Because it had already been taken by the killer. Everything is going at Mr. Edgeworth's pace. So now that the suicide note has been found, what's the next logical question? What is written on the note? That's right. At least that's what I would think. Now then, I believe it is only appropriate the contents of this note be made known. I can't stop you, can I? I went through so much just to get my hands on it. And I was going to burn it, for her sake. I'm deeply sorry, but I can't allow you to persuade me to stop. Your Honor, if you could please read the contents of the note out loud. Very well. The judge's voice rang loud and clear through the deathly silent courtroom. In her note, Celeste Impacts left to us a record of all that had happened to her. About being used and then thrown away by Ungard. About being engaged to Kurita and Ungard's role in destroying that. And about how she decided in her own despair to end it all. And that's all Miss Impacts had to say. There is one thing I would like to say here. The prosecution has no interest in slandering Mr. Ungard. Then what? Our intention, Your Honor, is to establish a motive for murder. Isn't that correct, witness? Yes. On the night of the murder, Juan was going to make the contents of this note public. After the post-ceremony show, he was going to hold a press conference. My word! Yep, and the entire note would have been read out loud to there. This is going down a good road. Matt Ungard's values above all else is refreshing like a spring breeze image. Which is why he had to stop this note from being made public. At any cost. Celeste's suicide note added to the court record found inside the figurine. It tells of Ungard's horrible misdeeds. It's Ungard's fault that woman killed herself. And this time he even went as far as to kill someone to stop him from revealing that. How terrible. What a selfish person. I guess there are slimeball lawyers out there who would defend these creeps too. Excuse us, we're just doing our job. There's no room for doubt here. Mr. the Killer's client's goal was to obtain this suicide note. And the only person who needed this note that badly is the defendant. Let's not forget that the bear with the note inside was found at the defendant's house. It seems that we have come to the truth at last. Oh, Maya, sweet innocent Maya, I hope you're doing okay. The defendant's motives were entirely selfish. He deserves no sympathy from anyone. How am I supposed to escape from this one? Why the hesitation, Phoenix? Gumshoe hasn't called yet, so you know what you must do. I know. I have to carry on and buy him some more time. Okay, there are two deadly pieces of evidence. The figurine and the suicide note. Maybe somehow I can find a way out of the situation through one of those. The gavel is already in the judge's hand, Phoenix. Hurry. The suicide note or the figurine? Which one of these should I pursue? The suicide note. There's a problem with it. Please wait, Your Honor. Oh, would the audience please shut up? Oh man, look at that lawyer. He's still going at it? It's like he doesn't care that he's trying to get a killer off the hook. I think Your Honor believes that Matt Ungard killed in order to obtain this note. Yes, that is correct. But that seems a little strange. In fact, I think there is a contradiction here. This note was hidden by Mr. Kurita until the night of the murder. If that is the case, I say that Matt Ungard could not have known what was written on this note. Oh, I didn't think of it that way. Exactly, but I did think of it that way, and I thought it was rather strange. Thank you for clarifying, Phoenix. You're a gem. No one in their right mind would kill for a note without first knowing what it said. Order, order, order. You make a valid point, Mr. Wright. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion? It was just a flash, but I think I did rather well on this one. Unfortunately. I think he believes differently. I believe a show of appreciation is in order. Huh? The defense seems to be in love with wishing more despair upon itself. This isn't Danganronpa, buddy. I would like to direct the court's attention to this. What is that? It is a very small video camera, Your Honor. Objection! This type of camera is commonly used as a means. Crap! I didn't put the notification on top of the. Damn it! Snoopy. I just like saying that. Sorry. Also, I'm sorry that you didn't get to see my cool notification thing because I didn't put it on top of the thingy. I was so busy on this, but thank you for the objection. Snoopy! Okay, good. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for the clarification. And thank you for the follow, for the objection. I do very much appreciate it. And welcome to my stream. I hope you're enjoying it so far. That actually kind of surprised me. It's just like objection. I didn't say anything. But thank you very much. This type of camera is commonly used as a means of spying. It's spying? What the? I thought that spy camera was in my possession. Did you pickpocket me, Edward? Matt on guard and the victim both thought of the other as their biggest rival. They even went so far as to use this type of item to find each other's weakness. And? Oh, was there one in Matt's room too? Goddamn. The victim, Juan Corrida, was being spied on. His personal life was being watched by none other than Matt on guard. Order. Mr. Wright. I don't like the way you said that. Yes, Your Honor? You. Don't tell me you knew about your client's spying activities. I plead the fifth. Well, sort of. Sort of is not an acceptable answer, Mr. Wright. I see you are confused, Mr. Wright. You're probably thinking, but I have the camera that was in the stuffed bear's eye. But this camera that I have is not the same one. Last night, I searched the victim's house on a hunch. Using this. Wow, you couldn't find a better bug sweeper, Edgeworth? Really? Gumshoe's bug sweeper. By the way, Mr. Wright, the defendant's fingerprints were found on this camera. Matt on guard's fingerprints were on there? Oh, boy. Well, Phoenix? It looks like those cameras were hidden all over the place, huh? What am I supposed to say to that evidence? I think this is the end. It's fairly obvious that Mr. Ongard learned of the suicide note through this. He was watching the victim all along. He got me good this time. I don't have anything to counter that. Hey, now what's that lawyer thinking? Oh, what you got? Would you all put a sock in it? Mommy, is that man the bad guy? Shush, stop, don't look at him. The way he's sweating, it's just so, nasty. Oh, would you guys get off my floor, Phoenix? Phoenix? Yes, Chief? Have you figured out what you're going to do next? What I'm going to do next? Does running away sound like does running away like a frightened child's work? I know it seems like Mr. Edgeworth is very close to putting the lid on this case. But in his eagerness to prove his point, he forgot one very important thing. Well, what is it, Mia? I'm not telling you. Figure it out. There is a piece of evidence that he really should investigate. Something he should investigate. I'd really hate to see the good prosecutor get scolded for not remembering to look into the item when he had the chance. Why are you speaking in riddles all of a sudden? Because it's fun. Actually, try it sometime. I do it too. Alright, I think this time we finally understand everything. Well, Mr. Wright, you don't have any further objections, do you? What is this piece of evidence that Mia is talking about? Can I figure out what it is that still needs to be looked at, or should I let it go?
Nah, we'll present the evidence.
I have an objection, Your Honor. And if the audience says one more thing, I swear to God. That was about the weakest objection I've ever heard, Mr. Wright. Is that better, you bitch? Your Honor, the defense has no intention of letting this go so easily. You're beginning to sound desperate. That's because we are, honey. That's just your imagination, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth, this is not like you at all. Edgeworth's only like, what did you just say? You want to come over here and say that? In your eagerness to prove your point, you've forgotten one very important thing. Hey, isn't that what I just said? Phoenix is always stealing Mia's lines, hot damn. So you're telling me that I forgot something? You're so close, Mr. Edgeworth. But there's something you really should examine about this piece of evidence. It's the suicide note. I mean, there is kind of an important point with this that hasn't been brought up. That is Miss Impact's suicide note, right? Who knows? Oh, now you're being coy, Phoenix. I mean, sure, this suicide note was found inside this bear. But this bear was in my possession until only a few moments ago. Which means... Let's continue. The handwriting on the suicide note has yet to be analyzed. There we go. We haven't determined whether or not the note's authentic or not. So, as to whether this pivotal piece of evidence was really written by Miss Impacts or not, this has yet to be even remotely confirmed. Mr. Wright, you can't seriously be suggesting... Mr. Wright. You. Are you saying this suicide note is a fake? Well, we haven't determined that yet. Miss Andrews. You were the one who tried to pin this murder on Mr. Ungard. Who's to say you didn't create a fake suicide note and put it into this bear? How dare you? Your Honor, the defense is indiscriminately accusing the witness again. There's no evidence linking the witness to the suicide note whatsoever. But if this is a fake, then the witness is the only person who could have made it. What? Recall the witness's testimony concerning this figurine. The only person who, other than the victim, who could have solved the puzzle is the witness herself. Ah! Miss Andrews. You wrote this note, didn't you? You wrote it so that you could use it to frame Mr. Matt Ungard. Almost said Mr. Ungard. I did no such thing. Right? If you're going to pronounce this suicide note a fake, then show this court some evidence to support your theory. I don't have to. Mr. Edgeworth, you were the one who presented this scrap of paper as evidence. That means the burden of proof lies with you, the prosecution. For once, Phoenix says that. Hot damn. For once, Phoenix just plays the reverse Uno card. That's enough. Mr. Edgeworth, can you confirm the handwriting on the suicide note? It's as the defense has stated, the handwriting has yet to be analyzed. If that's the case, it seems that yet again we have reached a point where a verdict is impossible. Impasta. That's impossible. This isn't good, Phoenix. The judge is going to carry this trial over one more day. I don't think Maya will physically be able to make it another day. I didn't want to have to do this, but I don't have a choice. I request that both the prosecution and the defense further investigate. Handwriting analysis, my butt. That's just the lawyer trying to buy more time. Yes, that's the whole point of this. On guard is guilty. Look, any idiot can tell you that. I think we've reached the end of this line. Of the line. Oh. Guilty, 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 guilty. Woo! My God is guilty. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, I actually slid into that pretty well. I'm proud of myself. What is that sound? It's Gumshoe. Hello, Gumshoe. We're in court right now, and I know there's no cell phones allowed, but this is kind of an emergency. What is with him? What's with that sigh? Where's Maya? What happened to the killer? He got away. What? I'm sorry, pal. I really am. I don't know what to say besides I'm sorry. I wish there was some way I could make it up to you. I really do. Anyway, what's going on? We found his hideout, pal. But the two of them were already gone. This is terrible. I'm going to keep looking for them, pal. Don't you worry. I just need a little more time. But don't tell me we don't have any more. Guilty, 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 guilty. Do you hear that? The audience is singing the guilty song. Guilty, 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 guilty. Do you hear that? They're calling for his head. Mr. Wright, I can't, for us to come this far and... Oh! What is it? Let me talk to Mr. Edgeworth. I can't do that. He's all the way on the other side of the courtroom. Mr. Wright, would you please get a hold of yourself? Yes, Your Honor. I'm about to end today's proceedings. You may take your phone calls after. Hold on, Your Honor. Edgeworth, catch! He just yeeted the phone. Look at Edgeworth's face. Phoenix just tossed him the damn phone, and that's his expression. He's not even surprised. Mr. Edgeworth. He's just like, what? Please, you gotta buy us some more time. Court is in session. Business as usual, huh? I'm sorry, Your Honor. You were saying? Mr. Wright, this is a court of law. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but... I'm reluctant to do this. However, it appears that I have no choice but to suspend proceedings until tomorrow. Suspend. This time, I really can't do anything. Court is now adjourned for the day. Much to the grumble of the audience. And Edgeworth coming in with the kill again. Please wait, Your Honor. Edgeworth. What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? The judge can't run a normal trial to save his damn life with these two. I humbly request another 30 minutes of Your Honor's time. For what purpose? We can perform the necessary tests on this piece of evidence in that time. Can you really obtain your results in 30 minutes? Or less? Or the pizza is free? I believe we can, Your Honor. But wouldn't it be better if we adjourned for today and then reconvene tomorrow? 30 minutes, please, Your Honor. That's all I am asking for. Please, Your Honor. Wow, it's like school children asking their teacher. Very well. At the prosecution's request, this court will now take a 30-minute recess. But be advised that I will not allow another recess today. You can apply ball once and that's it, boys. I'm not sure if this is helping or hurting us. The court will now take its final recess of the day. 2:04 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Right. Well, what's going on with Maya's situation? The killer. It looks like he got away again. 30 minutes. We can't find her in that time. Ugh. Beep. Report. Ah, is that Mr. Edworth? We don't have time, just spit it out. Right. It looks like we just missed him, sir. But the killer left a few things behind by accident in his rush to get away. A few things. Can we use any of them as evidence? Oh, I thought you'd ask, pal. Yes? I've got the things he left with me right now, and I'm on my way over. Really? That's odd. Any items like that are usually sent to the crime lab first. We don't have time to wait for those guys, sir. When those guys weren't looking, I swiped the stuff and ran. Wow. Well, I mean, Gumshoe's already fired, so what can they do? What? Well, I'm not a detective anymore, so I had to. I'm really sorry, sir, but I've got to put the law on hold for now. Sounds bad. I hope he doesn't get in too much trouble over this. With my hunk-of-junk car, I'd say I'll be there in about 20 minutes, sir. Don't worry, I'll be there. Wait for me. All right, just get here in one piece. I'm on a mission, and no one can stop me now, sir. No one. I'm pulling out all the stops and running every red light. Gumshoe, please don't do that, sweetie, honey. Items left by the murderer, huh? Maybe there's something among them that will be decisive enough to end this. And Gumshoe just crashed, didn't he? Hey, what's wrong? Detective Gumshoe, answer me. No one can stop me. Oh, that's not good. What happened? It sounded like he had an accident. I'm guessing his cell phone broke as well. But what was he thinking? We've got to hurry and call for help. But we have no idea where he is. His cell phone is broken and he wasn't driving a patrol car, so no radio either. Also, if we don't get to those items before they do, the police will take possession of them. No, we can't let that happen. Well, if there is a way we can find out where he is, then we stand a chance. Why did Gumshoe have to get into an accident now? Is there any way to find out exactly where he is at the moment? There is a way. And she has a whip. That's right, there is a way. What? How? I'm sure we can find out where Detective Gumshoe is through this. Did Francisca give us... Like, did Francisca give us, like, the actual thingy? Back camera. Or, Francisca herself. Why are you bringing up Francisca at a time like this? Sorry, he said this, and I'm like, that seems like a really cold way of mentioning Francisca. Oh, I see. I'll try to get in contact with her. The chances are slim, but she's all we have. Francisca. Will she even want to help us? Edgeworth. What is it? I don't have any right to judge anyone ever again. I know my client is guilty. But what I'm doing right now... I'm pinning the guilt onto someone totally innocent. And using the evidence to do so.
Is this what it's like being you? It's gross.
It might be my turn to say, Defense Attorney Phoenix Wright chooses death.
That really doesn't suit you, Phoenix.
Right. It doesn't suit someone like you to cry useless tears.
I know, right? You should have seen it back in the college days.
Whether you did your job well or not, that can only be seen after the verdict has been decided. The verdict?
Is Prosecutor Edgeworth here?
Yes, bailiff?
There's a phone call for you, sir. They said it was extremely urgent.
They're probably finished with the handwriting analysis. I have to go take this call. In the meantime, think hard about what it is you must do.
Whoa! We got through the first part of that trial. Bum, 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 bum. Save your progress. Save and save and save and save and save and save. Bum, 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 bum. So we don't have to do that all over again. And we will take a good 10-minute break before we go into the next one. I hope you all are enjoying yourself so far. So, for the next 10 minutes, get some snacks, get a drink, go to the bathroom, do your business and all that, and we will be back in 10. I'll be seeing you soon. Bye. Yeah, my thingy, did a thing again. Now I'm trying my best to get it to go back to the way it was. It's a matter of fiddling with stuff. So, yeah, hopefully we'll be back on soon. This is what it looks like when the capture card is not visible. Like I said, my whole setup's held together by duct tape and glue. Because I was busy trying to get the alert box up. So you guys can see it whenever it alerts the box, and then stuff happened. So yeah, this is where we're at the moment. Hopefully it'll be back up very soon. Bum, bum.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with my capture card. It just won't come back on. It's like everything has to be in the right place in order to get it to work, you know? So, I mean, worst case scenario, like I'll end the stream and then like come back when I got it figured out. I really don't want to do that, you know? I was hoping that I could be able to go about the stream a bit longer since it's like an afternoon stream, you know? So I had like plenty of time to get through this and I was having a fun time. But then like all this just started happening. And it is completely thoroughly